In primis voglio chiedervi scusa. Abbiamo portato con noi anche la fine del mondo.
Oh mio Dio, di nuovo. I miei seguaci. Gli ho detto che sarebbe successo nel 2019.
No, succederà lunedì.
So I found this season to be bigger, bolder, funnier, more emotional than season one. Was that something you all responded to when reading the scripts and then also on set while shooting?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a general consensus that we've sensed that it was bigger and bolder and funnier and all the other things you said. Yeah. Yeah, it was quite nice to see actually, because I suppose the fear going into a second season is that you don't do that. You know, you kind of try to repeat the same sort of thing. And I think what our showrunners did so well was gauging all the things that worked and then making them even bigger and better. So we got rid of the things that didn't and then added in a bunch of new stuff as well as keeping all the stuff that worked. So yeah, I mean, I got the more we went through the scripts, the more and more excited I got, I think, about doing it each episode. You know, there was so many brilliant scenes this year for everyone. I think everyone got great moments. And I thought episode 10, you know, towards the end is a great finale. You know, it kicks us off with a bang, you know, into what might be a season 3.
Yeah, speaking of, has there been any, do you keep up with the comic book? Do you know what to expect if there is a season 3?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is what they've always done with the show compared to the comic books, they've used it as influence, but they haven't stuck to it by any means. You know, there's certainly there's influences from both comics for the first 2 seasons, but we you know, certainly haven't stuck to the storylines of those comics. But it'd be interesting to see, yeah, if there was a season 3, what they would maybe do with Hotel Oblivion.
And Ellen and Emmy, you both got to do some very powerful scenes related to subjects that affect you personally. How was that like to use genre to address personal issues?
You know, representation is so important. So to be able to tell this story, especially in a show that has the level of reach that it has, you know, means a lot to me personally, and as an actor is incredibly enjoyable to do. You know, if you told me when I was 26 I'd be doing this storyline dressed in this specific way on something that had this amount of reach, I would have just thought that's just, you know, impossible. You know, so it affects you emotionally shooting it, of course, in terms of thinking of individuals who've gone through this experience, and people still go through similar experiences, of course. But yeah, I suppose those are the feelings that go with it.
Yeah, I think you know, I was both like truly and deeply honored to kind of take on, as a Black woman, to have the opportunity to take on, you know, just a fraction of the civil rights movement and kind of live in that space. And there are still people alive that was their actual, you know, teenage years, childhood. They actually lived through that time period and that moment of extreme change. And so, you know, doing right by the movement and by the people who, you know, had to live through it was really, really important. And I think having the opportunity to put that part of American history and the Black experience on a screen that would then be in millions of households all over the world is just like what a opportunity. And you know, I think I was really excited about that and still am, but also, you know, the parallels that are happening right now. It's also just so surreal that you know, this season and Allison's storyline this season are just so directly correlate with what's happening, you know, in the world right now. And I just think that that's also, you know, it just is a stronger depiction that even though that was in the 60s, like what we are going through right now is not that different. And the fight is still so important and ongoing, and the change is life or death.
Okay, well, thank you guys. It was a pleasure talking to you all.
Thanks, Max.
Thank you. Thanks, Max.
Thank you.
D'accordo, riassunto veloce. Luther super forza, Klaus può comunicare con i morti, Ellison può far fare agli altri qualunque cosa.
Solo che non lo usa mai.
Ho sentito delle voci. Ti sei dato un pugno in faccia.
Cazzo!